Alright friends, today I'm going to take you through one of my absolute favorites out of the Harley Davidson lineup. This is the Softail Slim. This is a 2015 model. It's brand new, just from top to bottom. This bike absolutely screams badass. Let's take a nice little walk through and look at this motorcycle. We'll start with the 16-inch Dunlop tires on front and rear. Just absolutely perfect balance, topped off with the beautiful steel-laced rims. Just incredible to look at, and for handling and performance, these tires are balanced perfectly to this machine. You have the beautiful Hollywood handlebars on this motorcycle. The seating position with these handlebars is fantastic. Your elbows, shoulders, no fatigue after riding. You just sit with a nice wide stance. You have full control going through the corners on this bike. Absolutely love the handlebar setup on this motorcycle. Coming towards the middle of the bike, you have this awesome solo bobber seat. It is actually very comfortable, really nice on your back, holds you well. You know, I mean, for a bobber, you know, a little bit bigger seat may be nicer, but this is still a really nice seat on this motorcycle. You come back to the chopped fender, just looks incredible, really kind of exposes that fat rear tire. Come down to the over-under shotgun exhaust with the slash cut mufflers, just beautiful to look at. And these, for stock pipes, have a real nice throaty sound to them. I know, and I'm guilty as charged too. You get your Harley, one of the first things you do is you slap some really loud pipes on it so everybody hears you out there. I know the old saying of loud pipes save lives. I'm a firm believer in learn how to ride your motorcycle, and that's going to save your life. So make sure you find your closest motorcycle safety foundation training course and get yourself through that. Everything, they're going to teach you everything you need to know on how to save your life. Now that I'm done with my rant of proper motorcycling, let's get back to the bike. This motorcycle has a 103 cubic inch engine, and for you CC fans out there, not CC DeVille of Poison, engine CCs is what we're talking about, and this bad boy has 1690 cc's of pure power to hit the road with. Every gear has wonderful low-end torque. You take this thing out onto the interstate, you're in 6th gear, find yourself getting surrounded by some semis, you still have tons of low-end torque to pull you away from those trucks and get on your way. This is a 6-speed transmission, as I was saying. Fantastic, all the gears you need. You got the wonderful half-moon floorboards. Everything on this bike is rubber mounted. Very minimal vibration when cruising down the road, which personally for me, I like a smooth ride. I know there's a lot of Harley purists out there that love the old Evo engines that rattle your teeth out. I am not that guy. I like a nice smooth ride heading down the road. You know, you can't really truly talk about a motorcycle without taking it out for a spin, my friends, to really get the feel of what's going on with this bike, and that is exactly what we are going to do right now.
All right, the Softail Slim. As I said before, this is absolutely my favorite bike from Harley Davidson. I just absolutely love everything about this motorcycle. You know, this is a brand new 2015. It's got 44 miles on it, so I can't really rip into it like I would want to, but you know, that's all right. We'll just take a nice little cruise on it, give you kind of a rundown of what I think about it. First and foremost, let's talk about the seating position on this thing. You sit nice and upright, these big Hollywood handlebars. These things are just amazing. Very comfortable. Your elbows, your shoulders, everything's just put into a really nice position. It's just a really beautiful setup for the ride. If I have a complaint, which I really don't, but I mean, I guess my only complaint and gripe would be the seat could be a little bit bigger, or I guess my seat could be a little bit smaller. Either way you want to look at it, you know, it's that flow, that bobber style. It's a nice little solo seat, but for me, I prefer a little bit bigger seat, a little more comfort. but that's an easy fix. You know, they make lots and lots of touring seats for all these bikes and models, you know, and I understand that maybe putting a bigger, thicker touring seat on this bike kind of takes away from that bobber aesthetic. But here's you got to look at it this way, my friends. Are you riding it for the way it looks or for the way that it feels? The only time people see your seat is when the bike is parked. So which is more comfortable, you know, which is more important? Your bike looking cool when it's parked, or you being super comfortable when you ride it? You have to make that decision, I guess. But let's get back to it. Vibration on this bike is just bare minimum. The rubber mounted engine, all the floorboards, everything rubber mounted, just no vibration going through my feet. The handlebars, no vibration. I mean, it is just a smooth sailing Harley. As I said before, you know, this is a brand new demo bike, so I really can't hammer drop it like I'd like to, but I assure you, any of you out there who have ridden a 103, this bike has power for days. Absolute power for days. Just handles like an absolute dream. Mirrors are fantastically positioned. Some bikes you get on and you're like, you can't see out of your mirrors because the handlebars are either too short, or you got some of those big bobber bars or ape hangers that, you know, just come straight up like this, and you lose your sight. And for me, seeing what's coming up behind me, especially in urban riding, is just, it's absolutely important. I don't understand people who don't roll with mirrors. Always roll with mirrors, people. This is, you know, being on bikes, man, be as safe as you can, because everyone else out there, they're not paying attention to you, so you got to pay attention to them. So the mirror setup on this bike is absolutely fantastic. And the suspension, I know there's a lot of people out there, you either have your Softail people who swear by them, or you have people who just absolutely hate them. For me, I don't really have a preference. I like all setups and styles, but I think the suspension on this bike is fantastic. And I'm a big guy. I'm 6'1", 220 pounds, and when I hit bumps on this thing, it's just there's no problem with it. It's not slamming me down. The bike doesn't bottom out. Extremely light motorcycle as well, and very, very low seat height. As you can see where my legs are, once again, I'm 6'1", knees are totally bent, feet are perfectly flat planted on the ground. So, you know, this is a great bike for someone who's looking to get in kind of the bigger cruiser, but maybe isn't a tall person, because the low seat height on this thing, it is fantastic, and it inspires confidence when you're sitting. You get both your feet firmly planted on the ground. Just a pure pleasure. Really, really love this paint scheme on this one. You know, these, of course, you know, these bikes come in many different colors, but this sand camo denim, I don't know, man, with the black running up through it, it's just absolutely beautiful paint scheme. I love it. Really goes really, really well with all the rest of the black on this motorcycle. You can feel that nice low end torque, just really gets up and goes. And as I said, the balancing on this bike is just amazing. Really, really light frame. I mean, total wet weight on this motorcycle is like 700 pounds. And with that big 103 pushing a 700-pound frame, man, this motorcycle just screams. And out of a lot of the Harleys, this one just truly begs to hit some twisties, man. It really, really does. This is just a thrill of a motorcycle to ride. You know, and I know people like that really, the loud, thundering Harleys, and I do too. I mean, every Harley I've ever had, I got some Vance and Hines on it. But for stock, I gotta tell you, this is one of the nicer sounding bikes just straight out of the box. I think it's got a real nice little low rumble to it. It's nice, and when you get on it, it gives you that nice Harley sound. Shifting through the gears on this bike, it's flawless. I myself am not a big fan of heel-to-toe shifters, and this bike comes stock with heel-to-toe shifters. That's basically, you know, if you're not into it either, that, you know, 2 bolts and you can take off that heel-to-toe shifting part of it. Because for me, you know, I mean, I'm not Valentino Rossi or anything, but I have ridden a couple motorcycles in my life, and finding neutral on this thing when it is running is just a bitch. And like I said, maybe it's just me, but for the life of me, trying to get this thing into neutral when it's running, I just struggle with it, and I don't like the heel-to-toe shifter. I like putting my foot up under the shifting pedal and kicking it up. I'm not used to that whole drop it down, do this, that just isn't my style. And for some of you out there, I know you swear by them and you love them. Not this guy. Overall, though, this is an incredible motorcycle by Harley Davidson. I absolutely love everything about it. Like I said, my few gripes are very trivial. It is a fantastic motorcycle, and I highly recommend, if you are a Harley fan looking for a new Harley, that you should really get an opportunity to take one of these Softail Slims out and take a ride on it, because it is a fantastic addition to the Harley lineup.
Alright friends, I truly hope you enjoyed this walkthrough and test ride of this beautiful 40s style bobber Softail Slim. I'd like to thank Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson of Omaha, Nebraska for this wonderful opportunity to take this motorcycle out to make this video. Please, down in the description below, I have put a link to their website. They have thousands of fantastic motorcycles for you to check out. And on a personal note, I would like to say thank you so very much for checking out that motorcycle show. There's a lot of stuff to watch out there on YouTube, and I truly appreciate you checking out my channel. If you're digging what you see, please go ahead, like it, subscribe. If not, that's cool. Just keep coming back. I'm going to be putting out hundreds of motorcycle videos on this channel, because I, much like yourself, am a die-hard motorcycle enthusiast and love everything 2 wheels. So once again, I am Iceberg. Thank you so much for checking out that motorcycle show. And always remember, my friends, please gear up and ride safe. Thanks a lot.